Leslie had always been fascinated by the rural charm of her grandparents' farm. As a curious and adventurous 10-year-old, she spent most of her summer vacations exploring the vast fields, playing with the farm animals, and wandering through the old barn. However, one summer, a chilling event would forever change the way Leslie viewed the idyllic farm. It was a warm and sunny afternoon when Leslie's parents dropped her off at the farm. Her grandparents, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, greeted her with warm smiles and tight hugs. The farm seemed peaceful, as always, but little did Leslie know that an eerie mystery was about to unravel. The days passed by blissfully, with Leslie helping her grandparents tend to the farm chores. But one evening, as the sun was setting and the farm was cloaked in a gentle twilight, Leslie decided to venture into the neighboring woods. She couldn't resist the allure of the dense foliage and the mysterious sounds that echoed through the trees. Hours flew by, and as dusk settled in, Leslie's grandparents grew concerned. They called out her name, but there was no reply. Panic gripped their hearts as they scoured the farm, hoping to find their precious granddaughter. But Leslie had vanished without a trace. News of the missing girl spread quickly throughout the small community. The local authorities initiated a search party, combing through the dense woods, questioning neighbors, and plastering missing posters throughout the town. Days turned into weeks, and still there was no sign of Leslie. Months went by, and hope waned. The once vibrant farm now echoed with a somber silence, as the Thompsons mourned the loss of their beloved granddaughter. The community mourned with them, their hearts heavy with grief and unanswered questions. Just when everyone had resigned themselves to the fact that Leslie might never be found, a chilling discovery shook the town to its core. The lifeless body of the little girl was found hidden deep within the woods, mere miles away from the farm. The sense of loss and devastation was immeasurable. The discovery of Leslie's lifeless body sent shockwaves through the community. The once peaceful farm now became the epicenter of a haunting mystery, and the townspeople demanded answers. Detective Sarah Reynolds was assigned to the case, determined to bring justice to Leslie and her grieving family. With a grim determination, she delved into the dark secrets that lay hidden beneath the farm's innocent facade. As Detective Reynolds dug deeper, she uncovered a series of unsettling clues. The farm had a dark history, one that had been buried for decades. Tales of eerie occurrences and strange happenings whispered among the town's older residents. One name kept resurfacing during Detective Reynolds' investigation, an enigmatic figure known as Mr. Jenkins. He had lived on the farm years ago, working as a farmhand for Leslie's grandparents. Rumors swirled that he had never truly left the farm, and his presence still lingered in the shadows. The detective's pursuit of the truth led her to Mrs. Thompson, Leslie's grandmother. In her tear-filled eyes, Detective Reynolds sensed a profound sadness and a knowledge that she was hiding something. With gentle persistence, she coaxed Mrs. Thompson into revealing the secrets she had long kept buried. Mrs. Thompson spoke of the farm's dark past, of an illicit affair between her and Mr. Jenkins. She confessed that the night Leslie disappeared, she had seen Mr. Jenkins lurking on the outskirts of the farm. Fearful of her secret being exposed, she had chosen to remain silent, unknowingly sealing Leslie's tragic fate. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Detective Reynolds intensified her investigation. The haunting presence of Mr. Jenkins loomed over her every step as she pieced together the final moments of Leslie's life. As she delved deeper into the case, the detective discovered a hidden cellar beneath the old barn, a sinister secret lair. Inside, she found evidence of Mr. Jenkins' twisted obsession with the farm and its inhabitants. Photographs, newspaper clippings, and disturbing drawings painted a chilling picture of his deranged mind. Detective Reynolds tracked down Mr. Jenkins, now an elderly man living in seclusion on the outskirts of town. With a mix of fear and determination, she confronted him, demanding answers. His hollow eyes held no remorse as he confessed to his crimes. Mr. Jenkins reveled in the power he had held over the Thompson family and reveled in the suffering he had caused. The town rallied together, seeking justice for Leslie and closure for her grieving family. The trial that followed exposed the dark underbelly of the farm and the insidious nature of Mr. Jenkins' actions. The courtroom overflowed with anger, sadness, and an overwhelming desire for justice to prevail. In the end, Mr. Jenkins was found guilty of Leslie's murder and sentenced to life in prison. The town breathed a collective sigh of relief, knowing that Leslie's spirit could finally rest in peace. Though the farm would forever bear the scars of tragedy, the Thompson family found solace in the love and support of their community. The loss of their precious Leslie would never be forgotten, but her memory would be cherished, and her spirit would forever dance among the golden fields of her grandparents' farm. Wayne Thompson had always dreamed of owning a farm, a place where he could escape the hustle and bustle of city life. When he finally acquired a picturesque farm on the outskirts of his hometown, he believed his dreams had come true. Little did he know that his idyllic farm would soon turn into a haunting nightmare. Wayne was a hardworking and dedicated farmer, tending to his land with love and care. His farm thrived, and his reputation grew as he supplied the local community with fresh produce. But behind the scenes, something sinister was unfolding. One gloomy evening, a young couple who had been hiking near the farm stumbled upon a gruesome scene. The lifeless body of a farmhand lay sprawled on the ground, a pitchfork piercing his chest. Shocked and horrified, they alerted the authorities, and soon the farm became the center of a dark investigation. Detectives arrived, questioning Wayne and the farm's other workers. Wayne claimed to have been unaware of the murder, expressing his shock and disbelief. The investigation grew more intense as evidence pointed toward Wayne's involvement in the heinous crime. His once pristine reputation began to crumble, and suspicion hung heavy in the air. As days turned into weeks, Wayne became a pariah in his community. Whispers and rumors circulated, painting him as a cold-blooded killer. The farm, once a symbol of hope and prosperity, transformed into a haunting reminder of a gruesome murder. Desperate to clear his name and prove his innocence, Wayne embarked on his own investigation. He delved into the life of the deceased farmhand, searching for any clue that could point to the real killer. But the deeper he dug, the more tangled the web of secrets became. Wayne's determination to uncover the truth intensified with each passing day. He meticulously combed through the farm's records, searching for any sign of motive or a possible connection between the farmhand and someone with ill intentions. The more he investigated, the more he realized that there was a dark underbelly to his once beloved farm. During his search, Wayne stumbled upon a series of financial irregularities within the farm's accounts. Large sums of money had been mysteriously disappearing over the past year, all pointing to an inside job. Wayne's shock deepened as he realized that someone within his own farm was not only responsible for the murder, but also for the farm's financial downfall. Driven by a mix of fear and a relentless pursuit of justice, Wayne confronted his fellow workers one by one. Suspicion fell on each of them, and trust became a fragile commodity. The once close-knit farm community was now fractured, consumed by paranoia and suspicion. As Wayne continued his investigation, he uncovered a clandestine affair between the farmhand and the farmer's wife. The pieces of the puzzle started falling into place, leading him to believe that the murder was a crime of passion, committed by someone within the farm's inner circle. But the truth held more darkness than Wayne could have ever imagined. The day he finally confronted his wife, he found her lifeless body hanging from the rafters of the barn. A chilling note left behind confirmed his worst fears. The murderer had struck again, silencing anyone who threatened to expose their secrets. With his world crumbling around him, Wayne knew he had to confront the killer before they could strike again. The farm, once his sanctuary, had become a trap, and he had to navigate its twisted corridors to unmask the true culprit and bring an end to the nightmarish reign of terror. Haunted by loss and driven by a fierce determination, Wayne set out to uncover the identity of the farm's hidden murderer. He found himself caught in a treacherous web of lies, deception, and betrayal as he unearthed the dark secrets that had plagued his farm. As he delved deeper, Wayne realized that the killer was none other than the farmer himself, driven by jealousy, greed, and a desire to cover up his financial misdeeds. The revelation shook Wayne to his core, realizing that the very person he had trusted and loved had orchestrated the brutal murders. With the evidence gathered and the truth finally exposed, Wayne contacted the authorities, ensuring that justice would be served. The farmer was arrested, and the truth of his heinous crimes sent shockwaves through the community. The farm, once tainted by darkness and bloodshed, began its journey of healing. Wayne, scared but resilient, vowed to rebuild not only the physical aspects of his farm, but also the shattered trust within the community. The haunting memories of the murders would forever linger, but Wayne hoped to transform his farm into a symbol of resilience and redemption. As time passed, whispers of the farm's dark history faded, replaced by stories of its remarkable rebirth. Wayne's determination and unwavering spirit became an inspiration to those around him. The farm once again flourished, serving as a reminder that even amidst the darkest of tragedies, hope and triumph could emerge. Note: this story contains elements of a mystery crime thriller. It explores the themes of betrayal, secrets, and the darkness that can lurk behind seemingly peaceful facades.